Hello everybody and welcome to a brand new episode of Luminos Gaming. I'm your host Tom Roberts and today you're getting your 5-minute fix and everything you need to know about the evil within. The Evil Within is a third-person survival horror game and was released on the 14th of October 2014 and developed by Tango Gameworks and published by Bethesda Softwares. The game centres on protagonist Sebastian as he is pulled through a distorted world full of nightmarish locations and horrid creatures. Played in a third-person perspective, players battle disfigured nightmare-like enemies including bosses using guns and melee weapons and progress through the levels avoiding traps, using stealth and finding collectibles. So let's jump into today's 5-minute fix, and obviously, this is a spoiler warning. While investigating the scene of a gruesome mass murder at Beacon Mental Hospital, Crimson City Police Detective Sebastian, his partner Joseph Older, and Junior Detective Julie Kidman find themselves suddenly thrown into an unreal world after hearing a high-pitched noise. Shortly after this occurs, Sebastian is separated from his partners and forced to flee from a monstrous man wielding a chainsaw. Upon reuniting with his colleagues, they attempt to escape via an ambulance, while Crimson City is destroyed and rearranged by a massive earthquake, eventually causing them to crash. Freeing himself from the wreckage, Sebastian wanders through unnatural forests and abandoned buildings full of monstrous creatures and witnesses the apparition of a disfigured man in a white hood. Trapped in the nightmare world, Sebastian encounters one of Beacon's doctors, Marcelo Jimenez, who is searching for his patient, Leslie Withers. Jimenez identifies the hooded stranger stalking them as Ruvik. Sebastian eventually reunites with Joseph, though it is shortly revealed that Joseph is suffering from a strange form of transformation which compels him into a murderous rage. While he is able to control it for the most part, Joseph warns Sebastian to be wary of him if he turns. The two eventually find and rescue Kidman from drowning in a crude contraption, though they are soon separated again after hearing the high-pitched noise. Elsewhere, Kidman is being forced to relive memories of her indoctrination into an organisation known as Mobius. It is revealed that Kidman is actually an undercover agent sent by Mobius to retrieve Leslie from Jimenez, apparently as leverage to force Jimenez to continue to work for them. Jimenez had been working with Mobius on a project known as STEM, a machine capable of uniting minds into one, with one influencing mind at its centre. Jimenez activated STEM without Mobius' permission, signalled by the high-pitched noise, but Mobius anticipated this and trained Kidman to navigate the STEM world and retrieve Leslie. Born Ruben Victoriano, Ruben was an intellectually gifted but mentally unstable child and was close to his sister Laura. While playing in a barn on their family's estate, Laura was killed and Ruben was severely burned after the barn was set on fire as an act of revenge against their parents. Deeply traumatised over Laura's death, Ruben eventually killed both his parents, took control of their fortune and continued to donate money to Beacon Mental Hospital in the exchange for test subjects for his experiments into the human psyche. Ruvik began designing STEM as a means for him to reshape reality so that he could physically travel back into his memories and live his life again with Laura. Jimenez then took notice of Ruvik's work and revealed it to Mobius, who wished it to use for their own purposes. However, with the machine only being calibrated to work with Ruvik at its centre, Mobius was forced to use Ruvik's brain after killing him, which allowed Ruvik to maintain control of the STEM world. Kidman realises that Mobius in fact wants Leslie as a replacement for Ruvik's brain, an easily manipulated blank state mind which they can use to power STEM and create a world of their own design. When Dr. Jimenez, aided by Sebastian, tries to use Leslie to return to reality, he realises that Ruvik wants to transfer his mind to a compatible host and escape into the real world. A beast created from Ruvik's subconscious then kills Jimenez, and Ruvik scatters the group across his mind. Kidman finds Leslie first and is about to shoot him to prevent Ruvik from using him as a host, when Sebastian and Joseph intervene, prompting her to shoot Joseph before Ruvik separates them again. Kidman tries desperately to turn against Mobius, but realises that she has been given a serum which has allowed Mobius to travel into the STEM world with her. Sebastian finds Leslie and guides him back to the hospital. At the top of the lighthouse, he sees his own body in a bathtub, hooked up to the STEM machine. Kidman arrives and attempts to convince Sebastian that Leslie has to die. Ruvik interrupts them, gets hold of Leslie and absorbs him. Sebastian battles a gigantic creature created from Ruvik's subconscious and defeats it, waking up in the bathtub. He pulls himself off the machine, removes Ruvik's brain from the STEM and crushes it. He wakes up in the tub again with Kidman by his side, monitoring him, and Joseph, who is unconscious in a second tub next to him. Kidman motions for Sebastian to stay quiet. Sebastian falls unconscious and later wakes up in the same tub with no one around except for the bodies of Jimenez and Connolly. As the police and SWAT arrive, Sebastian exits the hospital and notices Leslie walking out the main gates. Sebastian has a brief headache, a sign of Ruvik's influence on subjects within the stem, which causes him to lose sight of Leslie. It is implied that Ruvik has returned to the real world and is able to influence those who were connected to the machine, intending to take revenge on the organisation that betrayed him. So that was your 5-minute fix in everything you need to know about the evil within. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button and leave a comment below of your next 5-minute fix. You've been watching Luminous Gaming, I'm your host Tom Roberts, see you on the next video.